See this? This is what I get for making homemade gravy this Thanksgiving. But you know what? Totally worth it. That gravy was amazing. Hey there. It's the end of November when I'm filming this, which means I'm wrapping up my NaNoWriMo project of this year. NaNoWriMo being National Novel Writing Month. And it got me thinking about how important it is for writers to remember quantity over quality, which sounds reverse. We always talk about quality versus quantity, but quantity versus quality is a very important thing to learn, especially with writing. You see, one of the biggest issues that a lot of writers have, including myself, is wanting what we write to be perfect. And why wouldn't it be? You want to put your best work forward. But trying to put your best work forward can end with not putting any work forward. That's why I think it's very important about stuff like NaNoWriMo and challenges like that. You have a set time limit to write so many words. In NaNoWriMo's case, 50,000 words in 30 days, which, look, I'm going to be honest, I've never reached 50,000 words in 30 days. I believe my current highest is 23,000 words, if I'm remembering correctly, but that is 23,000 words that I wrote in 30 days that I would not have written otherwise, because I would want it to be perfect. And this year, I have 18,000 trashy words. It is just awful. And that's what I enjoy about NaNoWriMo. Because I got it out on paper, and I've learned things about my story that I didn't know was going to happen in my story. Characters have appeared, subplots, so many different things I didn't know was going to happen is now on paper. And that only happened because I was focused on the quantity, not the quality. If I was worried about the quality of my writing, I would maybe be at 5,000 words right now. They would be 5,000 excellent words, but only 5,000 words, and I probably wouldn't have figured out as much as I did because I would have been focused on keeping just everything straight lined, and I wouldn't have had these fun side plots that culminate together into this really amazing story that I wrote. Well, am writing. It is nowhere near done. And that's the beauty of the whole NaNoWriMo thing. You start out with quantity over quality, and then you can focus on the quality afterwards. I have my bones down. Now I can polish them off. It's a weird metaphor. But you know what I mean. I can start perfecting now that I have these ideas down. Sure, I use the same word like 3 times over within 2 paragraphs, and that is ugh. But I can fix that now instead of spending 20 minutes staring at the word trying to figure out a good replacement. I remember first learning about NaNoWriMo in high school. A couple of my friends were doing it, and I just remember being like, no way am I doing it, because they're like, come on, you're a writer, you should try it. And I was like, I'm not going to be able to write 50,000 words in 1 month, especially with all my schoolwork. It wasn't until college that I tried it out, because my creative writing teacher had suggested I try it for my main project, because I was on my 2nd semester of creative writing and I needed a novel of sorts. It didn't have to be a full novel, but it had to be the basis. It had to be the first draft that I sent in. I cannot speak today. And that actually ended up being the one that I wrote 23,000 words for. I haven't been able to match that, and oh, boy am I trying. I got 3 days, if I'm remembering today's day correctly, 3 days to pass 23,000 words. So I gotta write like 2,000 words every day, which I'm pumped. I'm ready. I'm gonna beat it this year. Here, right here, future me editing this. Did I beat it? Can You show everyone my final word count. It's a good number. I think that's a good number, right? Yeah. And yeah, sure, I didn't even get halfway the first time. And I am barely 2/3 of the... That's not 2/3. What is... I'm not even 2/5 of the way right now. But I don't need to get 50,000 words. That's not my goal. Maybe it's the goal of other people, but that's not my goal. My goal is to write and write and write, and the stuff I have in front of me when I'm done is just insane to me. And it can be stressful. I'm going to tell you that right now. It can be stressful trying to write and write and write, and I have spent like any free second. I know in the past, I used to like grab Post-it notes just to scribble if I could and count it out. I went a little easier on myself this year. I've not been scribbling anywhere I can. I haven't been like forcing myself to write. I've been trying to just go easy. And isn't that insane? I'm just going easy, and I've already written 18,000 words. I'm sorry, I'm very proud of myself. So I guess that's my message to you. Just focus on quantity over quality for right now. Just write the most trashiest, worst thing you've ever written. Forget about grammar, forget about spelling, just make it awful. And that's the thing. Don't even like try and be good. If you're frustrated with something, if you can't think of a decent like progression, write the worst possible progression you can think of and just keep doing that. Write the worst and the worst and just come up with another terrible one and another terrible one, and soon you just can't think of another terrible idea. You have too many good ideas to write. Writing is just a really fun process, and it can only be fun if you don't just make it miserable for yourself. If you're striving for perfection, writing isn't going to be fun. Art in general is not fun when you only strive for perfection. So I guess just to sum it all up, if I was to give advice about how to write a first draft, it would be write trash. Write the most trashy piece of garbage you can write. Focus on quantity, not quality. Just push all the making it good and making it perfect to later drafts in editing. Your first draft is for messing up and having fun. So go do that right now. Right now. I know you're just watching this video to distract yourself, to just distract yourself. I can't speak. Oh my God. Just go. Go on. Grab some pen and paper. Start clickety-clacking on the keyboard. I don't know. Talk to your phone. I love talking into my phone to write my first draft. I literally will just drive around in my car with my recorder on and just write my first draft. Write trash, write a lot, and have fun. And you better do it, because I'm going to check in next time when I see you later.